G'day, mate. Welcome back to Dyson Sphere with me, JD, and the achievement-making Mr. Icarus, who's just recharging really quickly because we, between episodes, made a little jaunt to the gas chart that I missed earlier and went, set it up and put down some orbital collectors. But today's episode, I have a few things I want to do. As I said last episode, we went and reset the achievements, and then for whatever reason, it didn't actually track that the achievements were reset. So we've gone and re-enabled the achievements, and we've already got 29 out of 100 done. There are some that it doesn't retrack, like falling into water when running out of power, copying and saving a blueprint. So we're going to pick up some achievements here, there, and everywhere. Building a building at least 7 stories high. Like we've got these achievements already, but they don't retrack until you build a new building that's 7 stories high. Anyway, with that out of the way, what we're going to be doing today is cleaning up these. Actually, can I use that button? Again, as I covered, that extra button is a blueprinting mod. So today's episode, what we're actually doing is we're fixing up a few things. Okay, one, I really want to have, now we finished the game, I really want to have some rare resources. Namely, optical graded crystal. I really want to have those. I want to have advanced miners, okay? I don't want to deal with the crappy miners anymore. We do have 2 lucky advanced miners we've picked up by the bots going and grabbing some optical grading crystal and, being able to at least get a couple of them crafted. So that's one thing I want to do. That's pretty much the biggest thing I want to do. At the same time, I have set up all these towers in the home base because we already set up the other polar mall to have warpers. So I've now set up these guys to have warpers as well. We actually have warpers coming in this tower, which did have oil in it. And they're all set up to, have warpers come out this tower, fed on a belt into this tower, along with that tower, daisy chained around to that tower. We've basically just daisy chained them all the way around. The other thing I have done, if you're using this model at home, because this blueprint is available on my Discord server, as I've said before, is I have brought in the green motors to be fed directly in to make sure we have these made a whole lot faster. Okay, they needed to be made faster, a lot faster. So they're now made a lot faster, which means we now get these guys a whole lot faster. Their limitation is actually how fast we can charge an accumulator, which is not terribly fast. And this needs like 20 of them to make one of these. So, the belt's a little bit short. But then again, we do have a decent sized buffer box for a lot of these items. So they get there in the long run. We're not in a super rush. We don't go through orbital collectors that fast, but the system is now set up so we can call items to us when we want them. So with that out of the way, first thing I want to do this episode is, like I said, I want to go get some rare resources. So I have been looking out in the cosmos, and we've found Alibi? Yeah, we found the Alibi system. Let's go with the Alibi system, which has crude oil, which is probably good because we've got crude oil in the home system, but there's not a lot of it. Has kimberlite ore, which is a so-so rare resource. We could live without it. We could have it. It doesn't really matter. It converts straight to diamonds. It's not super great. We also have organic crystal. Organic crystal, pain in the ass to make. I'd love to be able to mine it up directly. And optical grading crystal, which honestly, there is an option to use it for the photon combiner, which I would generally use in the past. There's also an option to use it for with the cashmere crystals rather than using titanium crystals. In saying that, titanium pretty cheap and easy to get. Organic crystals, pain in the ass, but if you're mining them, dead easy to get. So I generally just use the default recipe and don't use the optical grading crystals for the cashmere crystals. Hang on. I've had more people comment on how to pronounce this. Cashmere cat crystals. We're going to go with cashmere cat crystals, at least for this episode. So, what I want to do, we're going to go out and we're going to grab both of those. So, we're going to go to the Alibi system. Now, go away. I don't know what planet any of the resources are on until we get there. So, well, I know that one has water. Because that's a redstone, that's a hurricane stone forest, that's a lava planet, and that's a barren desert. So that's all I really know. So we're going to head out there. At the same time, we're going to leave this base running. We're going to leave science running. I'm not happy with science, honestly. We're probably going to end up rebuilding it. We want to expand it anyway, so we should be good. The only thing I want to grab is 1,000 shippy shippies. Little shippy shippies. And actually, you know what? We'll grab 100 big shippies as well. Check the rest of the inventory. It's pretty good. We got some other odds and ends. Actually, can we go in a mecha panel? You transfer all. Cool. Freed up some slots. We'll throw fuel in there. Let's grab another 50 warpers just in case. I don't want to get stranded. 113, a little bit of overkill, and we'll come in here because I want to burn this stuff off, and we'll just grab a whole bunch of titanium fuel rods. That should do us. All right. So we want to go to the Alibi system. Actually, no. Before we go there, we're going to rename it. We're going to rename it because I said during this series I was going to name stars after patrons. So I need to thank Tristan for becoming a wonderful patron, and supporting the course, supporting our ad-free 2022 goals, and taking that extra step and supporting the channel. You know, head over to Patreon. I can say that he did support for 12 months at once. Just, you know, went in and said, hey, JD, you give me a discount for doing the whole 12 months up front? Done deal! So, again, thank you, Tristan, for support the channel. It does mean, after we finish ticking off a few more achievements, 30 out of 100, but getting there, after we finally get all the research done for being able to build a whole Dyson Sphere, not just a section of a Dyson Sphere, we will set it up so every single star I visit, I want to put some sort of Dyson structure on. Whether it's a full sphere, whether it's something different, I don't know. How close do we want to get? You know, we want to go to a planet no matter what. Let's just go for that one. That one. Hurricane Stone Forest. Okay, we're going to land on a Hurricane Stone Forest. Cool. Alright, we're down. We have a chance to recharge. We can now look at this system. So, we have number 2, Hurricane Stone Forest, has a little bit of iron, a little bit of copper, plenty of silicon, which is great because we're still a little bit poor on silicon, plenty of titanium, a little bit of stone, no coal whatsoever, and of course, being a Hurricane Stone Forest, it has no ocean with 100% construction area. Great. Next on our list, let's go for number 1. Number 1 has our optical grading crystal. It's a lava planet. Oh, we get some free power there. Number 3 has the crude oil, the kimberlite ore, that's not a lot, and organic crystals. And number 4, being a barren desert, has nothing except stone. Lots and lots of stone. Alright, so we're going to go to the lava planet first. So let's head there. Not that one. That one. So let's head there. We do have gas in the tank, right? We do. This is just not charging. I'm too used to playing super late game when we have antimatter, and our storage capacity has had many upgrades, so power is just not a thing anymore. All right, so once we land here, let's have a lay of the land. Okay, North Pole, South Pole. Optical grading crystals. That's the thing that I want, which is, oh my god, what a minefield. It's up here near the North Pole. Okay, so we're going to head to the North Pole first, which is that direction, I hope. Yeah, it is definitely that direction. And the first thing I actually want to do is I want to set up power, okay? I want to set up power, and I want to set up power in a way where I don't have to... I want to be able to. I want to be able to have foundations, please. Yeah, we're going to need some of those. I want to be in a situation where I got pretty good at outposting, okay? In previous iterations of Dyson Sphere. I got really good at outposting, and I could pop out to a new planet, and I could get it outposted in probably about 15 or 20 minutes. I could get most coverage in 15 or 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes worth of putting down miners, putting down belts, putting down towers, setting everything up. I got pretty good at it. I wasn't perfect, but I was pretty good. I want to cut that time down a lot, okay? I really want to get outposting down to 15 minutes or less per planet. That's my ideal. If I can get it down to 10, that's bonus points. So, what I want to do here is I want to set up basically power and exports, okay? I want to be able to stop on a planet like this, put advanced miners wherever I need them, hook up power to every single advanced miner, and also set up exporting of materials. So we're going to get foundations in first. We need something to burn to give us power. I'm going to go with hydrogen. It's quick, it's easy, it's plentiful. We're also going to, in this particular tower, need warpers, which we are going to supply locally. I'm going to set that to 100%. And that's basically that tower set for right now. Yes. Okay. So from there, I want to grab some belts. We're going to go with green belt. We're not going to go something super exotic. And I'm thinking that line should be far enough out. It might not be. We can always clarify in a second. Okay, tower. Too close, too close. That's okay. Alright, so I want to put a tower there. And actually, let's set you up before we do anything else. Antimatter! Hey! We got the research complete. We got a milestone. You've mastered how to constrain the annihilation reaction so it can produce energy safely. With this technology, we're able to make antimatter fuel rods. I know. That's 34 out of 42. What do we have? Oh, foundations. I haven't put down foundations yet. Really? No. We weren't allowed to. Let's go with 0. And let's just grab half. And I already know that wow. Accidentally put that down. Can I get foundations? Clear. Sure. I'm happy already. Okay. Yeah, we've done that before. Okay, milestone. You land foundation, know how to transform terrain. There will always be obstacles during base constructions, but foundations make the process and terrain far smoother. Tell me about it. Okay, 35. So we have kimberlite ore. I haven't done that one. Or fractal silicon, or organic crystal, or spiniform stagmite, or unipolar magnets, or optical grading crystal, obviously, because we weren't allowed to play with rare resources. We haven't built artificial stars, because that's the research happening right now. So we're close to completing our milestones. Alright, I want to have warpers. This one's going to be local, no, 100. 100. We're going to go local supply, remote storage. I'm going to set you to 100%. And that's pretty much it for this tower. We're then going to copy the tower and put a friend there, a friend there, and a friend there. Okay, so with those towers done, because they've been a copy, they get all the exact settings, same settings ready to go. We then need to do something about power. So power, I have the good old-fashioned, and I know we're on a lava planet, and we will use the lava in a second. We have the good old-fashioned thermal power plant. We get these very early in the game. And they burn everything. Everything and anything. Well, up to a point. So, they're very good at burning hydrogen, which is good, because hydrogen is one of the most plentiful resources in the solar system. So we're going to use the thermal power plant, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Nice and simple. I am going to use Mark III sorters, which maybe you don't have when you're playing with this blueprint. I don't know. In fact, when I actually publish this blueprint, you'll probably find I've published it intentionally with Mark I of everything. Okay, so with that done, we can, even if I put fuel on this belt, it wouldn't work because things don't have any power. Okay, so the very next thing I need to do is I need to have some sort of backup power. So if I put a wind turbine in there, power load 21% because it's not actually doing anything. Actually, I probably want you there. Yeah, I want you there. Okay, so with that up there, if we click on this sorter now, we can see no power because we've thoroughly overloaded the grid. I need to get to at least 10% power on the grid to have things just turn on like sorters. So we're going to put solar panel, solar panel, solar panel, solar panel, solar panel. Feels odd that there's a solar panel on one side but not the other. I'm going to remove you. Yeah, okay. We're then going to copy from there to there without foundations, because again, mods. without the belt. Yes, paste. Okay, I'm going to swing around the map and put that. Incorrect data for sorter collides with another object. Really? Can I go from there to there? Will you let me do that much at least? Yeah, that you're happy with. Okay, that's the hardest part. Alright, so we're going to put down these. That'll give us a little bit of bootstrap power. We're going to put down the wind turbine. There, there, and there. We're going to put down solar panel 1, 2, 3. And the solar panels and wind turbines are just about getting that minimum 10%. Like, colors just change. Sorters will now run, they have 11% power. So if I had hydrogen here on the belts, the sorters would kick in and they'd start pulling in the hydrogen and actually kicking the power plant. But this is not enough to keep things running. So we're going to break our little belts and we're going to add a few more thermal power stations. Because what I really, really want is I want a blueprint I can drop down and it's just going to power everything. It's not going to be complicated. It's just going to power everything. It should be enough to support a mining outpost, okay? Maybe not support a base, but at least support the mining on the planet with advanced miners. Maybe we can't run advanced miners at like 300% capacity and run them flat out, but you know, something is better than nothing, okay? This is only the first version, don't forget. We can always build a bigger and better version with bigger and better power plants. And with those, we should be able to, you know, run advanced miners at max capacity at all times. This is just the early game. Okay, so we're going to bring that belt out. We're going to wrap you around the planet as well. Because this should have hydrogen on it when the tower gets enough power. Oh, and I put ships in it, probably. Ships. And ships. Cool. We have hydrogen on the way. Alright, I need to run a belt from there to there. A belt from there to there. And a belt from there to there. Alright, next thing I want is I want another... No, I want one of them. Okay, and we're going to start here, and I'm just going to wrap this right the way around the world. And wrap this all the way around the rest of the world. And then, due to spacing, we're going to have a little bit of a gap. Now, this gap we might use later for something important. I don't know what it is, but we might use it. And with that done, we're going to put a second row of more power around the world. Go bots. Alright. Problem is, this has no fuel and no power. This has no fuel, but it has power at least. So I need to join the two grids together. To do that, we're going to use a wind turbine to, you know, keep us above that 10%. I'm going to plug those in. Catch is, it's going to power up these towers around the outside, which is going to, you know, bring us well under that 10% thing again. Now, in saying that, a prime example is this particular tower. As the charge, as the amount of megajoules goes up, the charge rate goes down. So if we leave this long enough, eventually we'll go from overloaded to it's okay just. But one thing I can do is I can fill that with solar panels. I can fill that section with solar panels. And I can then fill that section with solar panels. And then we should be able to come in here, copy all of that without the belts, without the sorters, without the wind turbines. And just press the J button so I can move freely. Paste. We have hydrogen on the belt. No, left top. Paste that there. Paste that there. Hopefully when one of these blueprints go down, we'll see all the sorters kick into action. Hey! All the sorters kicked into action. Everybody grabbed a little bit of fuel. Power is now slightly overloaded, but it's doing way better. And that means you should be getting enough charge that you can send out another ship, grab another 1,000 hydrogen. and then another ship to get out another 1,000 hydrogen, then 2,000 hydrogen, 3,000 hydrogen, but that means you should be running. Also, it means, and it's only because I happen to have them on me, 11 of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, there. Yeah, I know, it needs to be built on lava. We'll rotate it. Yeah, this is what I said about the geothermal power stations. It's really nice that you get you get some free power, but the fact that they take a little bit of fiddling to get them to fit, a little bit frustrating. I'd honestly prefer to put down this blueprint and not have to worry about it, rather than put down the lava power stations. Okay. Do I want that? Yeah, let's put in one of these. Let's bring in geothermal power plant. That one. Set that nice and low. 100, please. Remote. We've got 200 coming. Okay. Alright, so with that done, we now have a whole bunch of towers that have warpers. We have a main tower, which has a whole bunch of foundation, which I need to find a new home for. You have some of those. 100 of them? I don't really want to give you 100. But sure. Enough that at least the bots are active. Okay, alright. Where is my kimberlite ore? Down there. Optical rated crystal, rather. Oh, it's well and truly within range. Okay, let's put a miner on this, because this was one of the objectives. Thank you. Cool. Optical grading crystal. Oh, there's an achievement. There's an achievement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. Okay, there is an achievement for mining. I hope it's 10. Okay, that's done. Bring that back up. Achievements. Achievements. Magpie. Magpie. Discover 7 types of rare vein. Just disappeared. Really? 7 kinds of rare veins and collect at least 10 by hand. Done. Alright, so it's 1 down. Alright, so this is now running. This is great. It's up. It's running. But I want a blueprint that I can outpost with. I can outpost with in a hurry. So that's our next objective. You know what? You can have. You can have some of that. Doesn't actually help me. Oh, that made it worse. That. Where'd all that hydrogen go? Never mind. Okie dokie. It's fine. Alright. What I want to do is I want to set up a outposting. Oh, that fit my inventory. Alright, that's all I really want. I want to set up outposting. So, we have a tower. It has warpers. It now has ships, big shippies and little shippies. You have big shippies and little shippies. Or little shippies and big shippies. Little shippies, big shippies. And little shippies, big shippies. Alright, so we now have 5 towers, all with big shippies and little shippies ready to go. You have those that will clear. Let's not pick those up just yet, because lack of inventory space. Alright, so, power, tick. Towers, tick. But, I want to be able to put this down and get things happening in a hurry. So what I want to do is I want to, into this tower, bring in iron ore. Because we use a lot of iron ore, I'm actually going to put iron ore in 2 different towers, okay? Then, silicon is another item we actually use a lot of. We use more silicon and iron in Dyson Sphere than pretty much any other resource, okay? Then, we're going to come through and we're going to get some of the minor resources, like stone. Copper. Coal. Titanium. Need a fair bit of titanium as well. So, I even put titanium in the middle tower, okay? So that is all our primary resources selected, okay? We've got our iron, we've got our copper, we've got our stone, we've got our coal, we've got our silicon, we've got our titanium, okay? On top of that, I want to cover rare resources. So I want to be able to put this down anywhere in the galaxy, and it's just going to let me put down advanced miners, like that one over there, which will fill up. and then the drones can fly from these towers over to here, pick up the resources, bring them back, and then ship them out via the big shippies and a warper. So we're going to start back here, and we're going to go with unipolar magnets, which only exist in like 2 planets normally in most systems, but we're going to put it in there anyway. We're going to put in spiniform. We're going to put in optical grading crystal. Actually, I should set those up. Local demand. Local demand. Local demand. Ships start taking off. Flying from there to there to pick that up and park it back down there. They cap this one. Let's set that to storage. Yay, everybody come home. I'm going to set that one low because we only have 800 in there and I really want to get the mining productivity up higher before we start mining things out. Fractal silicon, we're going to set that one up as well. Middle tower, kimberlite ore, obviously. Back to here, we're going to go with other rare resources. So we have organic crystal, definitely. Oil. Oil is technically a rare resource. We have sulfuric acid, rare resource. Sulfuric acid, I don't know. I'm sort of tempted not. No, sulfuric acid, actually, we're not going to put oil in there, and we're not going to put sulfuric acid in there. Because those ones I can't put down an advanced miner. I'd have to put down a tower anyway. So I might as well just put it into a tower and have it dedicated, a dedicated tower, ship it out. Fire ice is definitely one. What else can we fit in? Fire ice, that's about it. So we have copper is in this tower already. Okay, so I can't put copper in there again. But if I remove, I can put copper in here. We have copper in 2 different towers. We could put coal in 2 different towers. Now, especially we're going to proliferate stuff. We're going to actually start using coal. And the center tower... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I guess. So each tower has a primary tower and a backup tower. So we have stone in here and stone in here. We have iron in here and we have iron in here. Are you working? Oh, all the filters got canned. Turn those back on. That would probably help. Okay. Turn those back on. Things will start running. Kimberlite, or actually I need to crank that up over 1,000. So it'll actually get requested at the other end, or it's already shipped out. That's entirely possible too. Yeah, that's entirely possible too. Alright, so with that running, we now have a blueprint that we can plop down, provides us with power, has plenty of excess power, so I could come out here and... Oh, we got kimberlite ore somewhere. Where's that kimberlite ore? Down there. Artificial star. Excellent. Okay. Kimberlite ore. So that's... Oh, and I have those that I want to pick up. Oh, and I have stone. So if I put stone in there, done. I have 2 kimberlite ore. Find whichever tower has kimberlite ore, 12. Okay, done and done. Alright, so I want to grab the contents of that tower. I want to grab some wind turbines. And we're just going to drag a reasonably straight line. Out to there, across to there, down to there, and again, advanced miner for the worst patch in the world. Actually, it's the first patch I've ever found. It is definitely the worst patch in the world. Okay, we're going to start hand mining that. Where, there we go. There's a kimberlite ore. on Tristan 1, we need to actually rename that. We're going to rename this one after, if I turn caps lock on, the wonderful GM. Wonderful GM, who is also wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person, took the effort to become a YouTube member. So, I think I can say this. He chose to support the channel. So, if you've missed any of the episodes so far, I have been saying that I really would like to make this year the year that I can take the channel 100% ad-free. And the best way for me to do that is with you guys' support. So, what I want to do is I want to have enough of you guys supporting the channel that I can say, look, I don't need to run YouTube ads anymore. I'm not beholden to the great YouTube algorithm and the next ad apocalypse ruining everything and all the work I've done. And also want to make sure that you guys don't have to sit through however many ads to, you know, keep the channel running. So what I'm asking people to do is, if you can afford it, that's very, very important. If you can't afford it, don't worry about it. If you can afford it, consider supporting the channel, okay? Membership, YouTube membership starts off at a grand total of the super expensive price of $1 per month. Yeah, we Jet is expensive, okay? Very, very expensive. And if you're going to support the channel, very, very much appreciated. If you can't, like I said, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. We will survive. And that's pretty much it. You do get some perks, you know, if you link your Discord account to your YouTube account. You can come over to our lovely Discord server. The bot will auto-promote you because it will understand that you are a supporter of the channel and give you early access to videos, including like some videos that just never made it to the channel. There is occasionally I start a series and I get 2-3 episodes in and just go, yeah, this game's not for the channel, so we're not going to have it on the channel, and therefore they never get published. Also, occasionally some of these videos get made up, and then I'm not happy with the pacing, or I end up doing a super cut and we end up cutting chunks out of it. Hasn't happened too often yet, but you know, it does happen occasionally. You get access to those sort of behind the scenes videos as well. Anyway, with all that said, I think this is where we're going to end this episode. We have a nice blueprint. These blueprints will be, of course, on my Discord server if you want to grab a copy. We have this blueprint set up, so all I need to do is actually have some advanced miners, which I probably don't have 100 in stock, so I probably can't get them shipped across. But I should be able to just fly home really quickly, pick up some advanced miners, and outpost the crap out of this planet by literally just plugging them in, and all I need to do is make sure they have power. Oh, that's a lot of lava. Make sure they have power, and away we go, and that should fix a lot of our resource problems. This one, I can't see us having any problems with power between being a lava world and the fact that, well, we got 40 megawatts worth of... Oh no, we got 340 megawatts. And all we're going to be doing is sending drones out to pick up stuff, and then sending big ships out to, well, big ships from here out to, you know, take it back to the home base and smelt it and do all those sorts of things. But I'm going to call this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the very next video. All right, bye.